another exciting episode of CertaPro Painters Presents Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and I hope everyone is doing well on this Fist Pump Friday edition of the show. You have to forgive me for my excitement today because we have one more week and then we go on vacation. One more week and then we go on vacay. Are you folks ready for that? We want to take a little bit of time off, do some traveling, meet some new people, and have some amazing adventures. It's been a while since I tried to really coordinate a vacation properly. And I do believe it should go off well this time. Look like we're having some issues right now. Okay, I think we got it fixed. There we go. There we go. A little delayed action right there. But how we doing today, good folk, good people? Whether you're watching, listening, sharing, or commenting, thank you so much. It does not go unappreciated whatsoever at all. It does not. Thank you guys so much for following along and everything. But as I was saying, it's almost that time of year again to take a little time off from the show. We'll be back in September, just in time for football season, baby. Yeah. Football is where it is at for sure. Don't get me wrong, my baseball, hey, I love it. My women's softball, I love it. NBA, college basketball, men's and women, love it all. But we're going to take a little time off, and we'll be back in September. But next Friday will be the last show until September. So we're going to have a little bit of fun on these next few shows here, if you don't mind. But I'm going to try to control my excitement. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you've eclipsed a milestone for sobriety, going to the gym, paying your bills on time, being in a committed relationship, and you both like each other, congratulations. Not many people have that. Not many people with people that want to be with them, and you really want to be with that person. Not a lot of people have that in common. For you folks out there that really like each other, keep up the good work. Keep it on up. A lot of people out here don't like each other, but they putting up with each other. If I don't like you, I don't even be around you. So I never understood that concept. Maybe I'm trying to wrap my brain around this whole thing with the Olympics, the allegations of infidelity in the Olympics, Tony Clark situation with the Major League Baseball Players Association president, executive, allegation of him sleeping with his wife's sister, and there's money missing. And now everybody in baseball is mad at the Yankees and Dodgers and the Padres, apparently, allegedly, because they say baseball is going on strike next year because of the CBA. I think baseball is in trouble. It's only certain teams that's really willing to spend the cash. Teams in Florida. You would think, no, we can't think. We can't assume rich people know what they're doing. We can't assume billionaires know what they're doing. Did you see the news yesterday? So us trusting in the Billionaire Boys Club out there, the BBC as I call it, the Billionaire Boys Club, they're not making the most righteous decisions right here. ESPN has canceled Sunday Night Baseball to replace it with the WNBA. Who was involved in this? Who was involved in this? Show me the people that thought this was a good idea. I love the WNBA, but you took away Sunday Night Baseball? I'm at a loss for words on this one. What do they want this thing to go? How are we supposed to do this? What you did to us with Netflix and ESPN a few months ago, we have not forgotten. What you did to us on Netflix during that Mike Tyson fight, we have not forgotten. So how's it supposed to work? So where's Sunday Night Baseball going to go now? MLB Network? I just don't. I wish someone else, I wish the WNBA would leave the NBA. Get the NBA out of there. Just get it up out of there. I think someone that has enough common sense can see how the unrivaled league has been going very successfully with the 1-on-1 and 3-on-3 games. I don't understand how we don't have a tournament here yet. It's been going everywhere else. And Nafisa Collier is from St. Louis, and she's one of the founders. Are we getting a game in St. Louis with the unrivaled league? I would love to see that. I would love to see Busch Stadium get utilized for a college football game. Hello, America. We don't have to go in the dome. Indoor football is just, it doesn't make sense to me. Let's get a football game at Busch Stadium. Hello. Hello, St. Louis Sports Commission. Are you there? Let's get us a football game on that field at Busch Stadium. What the problem is? What the problem is? Let's get Mizzou in Nebraska, Mizzou in Kansas, Mizzou in the Fighting Illini. Can we get a football game at Busch Stadium? But you want to bring us figure skating, tractor pull, gymnastics, but we can't get a football game? Who goes to figure skating? Who goes to that? Let's not forget. Let's get some 80-year-old people to do a concert at Busch Stadium. Oh, that's what the people want to see. Look at these other towns and cities, what they're doing outside of the normal sports that they already have there. Look what they're bringing to town. Why can't we do that here? What the problem is? What is the problem? Downtown looks good. It's clean, smells outstanding. What is the problem? Nice hotels, lots of Airbnbs. The women have upgraded here. What the problem is? I don't get why we can't get these sports. Why we got to go other places? Why can't they come here? Come on to St. Louis. We got something for you. We got something for you right here in St. Louis. Another growing concern for me, beyond the NIL situation. To pay a collegiate football player $5 million to play football, give him $5,000 every 3 months until the season is over with, and let him use your largest booster's yacht anytime he wants to. That's what we're doing now. What happened to that athlete that's just hungry, want to get up out the situation, want to change his life and his family life by the good of sports? What happened to those athletes? Well, how are these kids coming in the league that hungry already? $5 million to play football? And the dude only has 13 touchdowns going into his senior year. We have a 28-year-old basketball player playing college basketball. We got a 9-year football player in college football. Been in school 9 years. A 28-year-old basketball player. I feel you, Rick Pitino. I feel you. What these coaches are saying, well, you can't talk to the kids. You see the guy that got fired because he chastised his team for a 29-point home loss, and he gets fired. Then you have a kid last night, play for Kansas. He shoots a jumper, turns to the coach, say, I want to come out the game. What the? I couldn't be a coach. There's no way possible. They run the league. The players are running the league from high school, AAU, you get in here too, college, and pro sports. The athletes are doing it. It's no, the coaches have no say so. The players are running these leagues, running these teams, running the clubhouse, getting all on Instagram, all on the social media. The Chris Paul situation. This man was telling other players not to listen to Tyronn Lue. When I met Chris Paul when I lived in Charlotte, I didn't like him then. He has that short man complex attitude. Whole life. But I wanted to see Chris Paul get his flowers for playing that long in the NBA. But due to the situation that happened with the Clippers, he's retiring. I think if you play a sport over 15 years, you should be given a farewell tour. The fans, the teams, the players, coaches, everybody needs to say, hey, goodbye. Great job. You did your job in the league. But just to retire like that, that's why I'm kind of curious how this LeBron situation is going to go. This is what I keep thinking. We know the NBA wants to get in bed with who? Vegas in Seattle. But I don't see LeBron owning a team in Seattle. This Vegas thing is more interesting to me. So next year is probably going to be LeBron James' last year. Do the farewell tour. And I think Adam Silver is going to be behind the situation of LeBron and his team getting a team in Vegas. I can see that actually happening, that's going to be one of the ramifications of the farewell tour and LeBron James' connection with the NBA. Because I don't see him going into television. I don't see him going into coaching. I see him going into the fact and the possibility of owning a team. That's what I can see. And it makes perfectly good sense to me for that role that he's going into right there for sure. It is Fist Pump Friday, and it's your boy, Dre Montez, and welcome to another exciting episode of CertaPro Painters presents Montez at Midday. And boy, oh boy, you talking about an action-packed weekend of sports. This may be the best basketball weekend we're going to encounter in quite some time, probably to March Madness. But this weekend in men's college basketball and women, have you seen TCU women basketball team play? Do you know who Olivia Miles is? She got the fro and the goggles. If her and Hannah, I still want to know what happened. Why did she leave Notre Dame? When her and Hannah couldn't figure things out. Somebody need to release that story. I think it's been time enough that has gone on that they can tell us the story of what happened. Because what if they end up becoming teammates in the WNBA? And we all know how players who don't like each other, that end up playing together, how that goes sometimes. Sometimes, hey, we grown now. We getting paid for real. Let's just squash it. And then other ones, they just don't talk to each other. They just know that we're teammates, but we're not hanging out. We're not being social with each other. Only thing we're going to do is talk this game. But if you haven't seen Olivia Miles play, go to the YouTube. Go to the YouTube. Just go on there. But this may be one of the best weekends ever. We got the Olympics, men's college basketball, women's college basketball, women's softball, and the NBA. This is where it's at right here. This weekend may be one of those weekends where I don't see myself leaving the house. It's too much going on. I mean, it starts tonight with SLU playing VCU. Can't get out of my head on these game matchups this weekend. I just cannot get that out of my head. Speaking of can't get things out of my head, can I talk to you dog walkers for a minute? You people that have dogs, can I talk to you for a second? Okay, if your dog is bigger than you and you're walking your dog, why don't you pay attention to your surroundings? It happened again, America. On my way to the studio, about a 105-pound lady with flip-flops on had this big giant dog, and she didn't see my 6'2" ass coming down the street, but the dog did. The dog almost tore this lady whole arm off, jerked her so hard. Why do y'all do that? Why are you walking your dog in shoes you know you don't have a good grip in, and then why are you not paying attention? On the phone. You're not supposed to be walking your dog with your head down, lady. That could have been a disastrous situation this morning. If the dog would have bit me, yes, I'm suing. I am 55. We're not running from no dog no more. No, the day is over with. No. But why? It's mostly South City where I live at. We got the people that don't walk their dogs ever. You got the people who don't take out the poop bag with them. They just walk their dog without nothing. So when your dog and then you have the people that don't pay attention to nothing when they walking their dog. They looking down. They on the phone. They listening to music, but they're not paying any attention to the dog. We need to do something about this. It's only in South City. Only in South City. I've never seen so many women walk their dog and don't pay attention. And then they have the audacity to get mad at you. Almost had to call the counselor this morning. For your choice of attorney is an important decision, It should not be based on this advertisement alone. But the next time you find yourself in legal trouble, call the counselor at 314-675-0377. Again, call the counselor, 314-675-0377. That's the second time in 5 months this lady has been walking her dog with flip-flops on. And this dog is massive. She's about 105, 110 pounds. I guarantee you her arm came out of the socket. That dog jerked her so fast. But I just stood there. I'm not moving. That's not my job to run from your dog. That's your dog. Hold on to the dog, lady, and pay attention. That's all I ask. Just pay attention to your dog, people. That's all I ask. Just try me that one thing, one time. All right, back to these Olympics. That women's hockey team is something special, huh? Only gave up 2 goals the entire Olympics. Gold medal. The luge. Sister girl with the fro from Utah. And there's another lady on the team. She just got into the luge 12 months ago. And she made the Olympic team. The athleticism in the Olympics has blown my mind. I guess I've never really paid attention, but the athleticism that I'm seeing from these athletes, not just USA, but all of the athletes that are participating, incredible stories in athleticism. Incredible. Just some of these stories that are coming, I'm like, what? 41 years old winning the gold. The lady in ice skating came out of retirement, wins gold. She said, I don't even need this gold. I just needed a stage. If that ain't powerful, she said, I didn't even want the gold. I don't need the gold. I just needed a stage. Did she show out on that stage? Did she show out on that stage? And I had no idea that many people were either dating or married to all these Olympic athletes. They've been showing us with their spouses. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Hold on. The Olympic stories have been fascinating. The celebrations of other countries, I swear, it tickles me pink watching the other countries celebrate a victory, whether it's bronze, silver, or medal. It's just been really, really fun to watch. But the stories coming out the Olympics, from 10,000 condoms being gone in 3 days to the guy coming on the camera and telling people that he cheated on his girlfriend. You cannot make this stuff up at all. Speaking of making stuff up, I had no idea. I'm still in episode 1. Top model, Tyra Banks, yo. My homie Denise, that I do the show with, D&D Don't Get Butthurt, she used to model professionally. And we were having a semi-conversation about how wild that lifestyle is. Seeing the stories, I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I'm still in episode 1. But I can't believe all that stuff went on that show. The stuff that go on these reality shows, from American Idol back in the day with the Paula Abdul situation. The things people go through just to get that 15 minutes of fame. How do you let things get that far gone? That you have been humiliated, you've been minimized, and you still go through with it? I don't understand that. Allegedly, there's an episode where she had someone put on blackface. What? Allegedly, there's a person that's affiliated with the show who had tragedy, and she didn't care about that and pushed this person to go further on the. How did that show last so long if all that was going on? Why is it now we find out everything? I never watched the show. Never seen one episode. But I want to watch this here. I got to see this all unfold. It's just as well with the movie Scream. I didn't know that was based on a damn real story. Stars a horror movie. That's on Hulu. Gotta check that out today. And I already told you about JFK Jr. show, Love Story. Lord have mercy. What's the lady name? Megan McCorkle? Girl, I don't know what you went through. Oh my goodness. This is that royal family. And the JFK Jr. story. Oh my God. I had no idea. I know it's just a movie, but it's based off of them, what they went through. What are y'all willing to go through to be in a relationship? What are you not going to put up with? Maybe that's a better question. When you meet somebody, besides, well, what's your favorite color and what shoe size you wear, what high school did you go to? Besides that, what are we getting on the table? I'm not doing what? I think that needs to be put up front with everybody. Because that love story is, Daryl Hannah was something else. Oh my goodness. I was having a conversation about this when it comes to relationships. Like, what are you willing? Because I've been single now for 6 years. Time flies real fast. Goes by fast when you're having fun. Well, it's been 6 years on this wonderful roller coaster. But it's 2026. Communication is not the same anymore. You got people that text. You got people call on the phone. You got people that IM. How the communication path today in the dating world, I don't want a part of it. I don't want a part of it. No. The communication today is way off on people. I just don't get how people don't want to talk on the phone, but you want to send me an encyclopedia text message. Won't happen. No, I don't like the long paragraph text messages. Get to the point. It's to the point. I was telling my little sister this. I don't want a cell phone no more. Some people don't want to call. They don't want to talk. They do not want to talk. And then when you meet people in person, they sound like they text talking. You can't say LOL when you're in front of somebody. BRB. What? You say that when you're texting somebody. You're right here in front of me. Just say, I'll be right back. Just BRB. What? People can't talk to their kids. People are afraid of their kids. People are afraid to talk to their boss. What happened? I think in 2020, that bubble surrounded Earth. You heard me. I think a bubble came here in Earth. Things have been off the past 6 years. The communication fact's off. The sports world, gone nuts. Streaming fees, through the roof. Don't get me started. But my all-time favorite, maybe someone can help me with this here. Instacart and DoorDash. Why the people from the furthest point always the ones to pick up your order? I don't get why a person from West County is coming all the way to South City to bring me something when other DoorDashers and Instacarters in the area, why they don't pick it up? Every time I use Instacart or DoorDash, it's 45 minutes to an hour. But I know about 15 to 20 people in my neighborhood that Instacart and DoorDash all the time. So how does this work? Do they have to pick the person that's the furthest away from you? I don't get it. I'm lost on that. I don't understand how Instacart and DoorDash work when people come 45 minutes to an hour away from you, decide to pick up your order. I don't get that. And I think you need a uniform with Instacart and DoorDash. I think y'all need a uniform. No house shoes, slippers. No bonnets. I don't get that. No house coats either. I've had people deliver me stuff wearing a house coat, a bonnet, and some house shoes. What in? But I do have some good news for you, kids. I got some good news to share with If I get emotional, forgive me. In July, I went to a convention that for more information on my vision, because I have a condition called LHON, Leber's Hereditary Optical Neuropathy. And the convention came here in July down at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And at that convention, they had the meta glasses, these smart glasses that read the room for you, talk to you, and gives you a little better vision. That was the very first time I was able to see in quite some time. So yesterday, the VA came to my place and brought me a pair of those glasses to try out. Oh boy. They should be arriving within the next 2 weeks, but I was able to see yesterday in my apartment, and it described everything in my apartment to me right in my ear. I cannot wait to get these glasses. I swear, thank you, United States Navy. Thank you, VA Veterans Association. I'm at a loss for words on this one, man. I'm so excited. I'm going to be like a little kid going on a field trip the first day I get them. I'm going to walk around the city of St. Louis because I haven't been able to see like that in about 6 years. Yeah, it's going on 7 years since I've been able to see. But it's no sad story, people. Everything else works. It's just the old vision went out on me. But it's okay. It's good. Everything's fine. But yesterday was one of them days, man. You had to be there. You had to be there. But it was I'm pretty excited what's coming up next for us here. I don't know. No, I can't drive anymore. I don't think I want to drive anymore. I really don't. But in case you are in that car situation right now, go see my boy John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet at 2244 South Kings Highway. New pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. This is your guy. Also known as the STL Truck Hillbilly. Again, go see my buddy John Gibbs at Don Brown Chevrolet at 2244 South Kings Highway. Tell him Dre Montez sent you. Okay, and also what we have coming up, softball season. Softball season is right around that corner, and they have a tournament coming up next month. And I'm going to do myself a favor and go out there and check out the PSA, Premier Softball Association Early Bird Tournament out at Bell Fountain Park. I cannot wait. I think the last time I was around the game of softball, it was a charity event situation that was going on. It was a charity that was going on with my dude, Sumner alumni, my dude, Albert Thomas. I think it'd be fun to get out there and see the people, of the people, by the people, and for the people. Well, we got 2 days until spring training games, 14 days until the World Baseball Classic, and 35 days until opening night. Who's ready for some baseball? Who's ready for some baseball? Not you Cardinal fans that are already given up on the team. Well, they're going to be sorry, Dre. We got no pitching. We don't know these players, and I don't know what our coach is going to do. Guys, I think we got this. We know what happened the past 2 years. We know what happened the past 2 years. It depends on how we come out of the gate and what we're going to do before we get into the All-Star break. That's right there what I'm looking at. Because when the Cardinals have a nice first half and go into the All-Star break, either we're in position within 3 games or 5 games, I think we're going to be okay. Now, 8 games and more, that's not Cardinal baseball. But I think this team is going to be okay. I'm worried about all the talk about people about impending Major League Baseball strike. That right there is where things get a little loosey right there. Yeah, there's some outrageous contracts out here. But, hey, they allowed this. Why are we being punished? Because this is something that the league allowed to go on. I don't get that point. That when football went through that BS, we got punished. Why, when sports does something wrong, they take it out on us? Every time sports do something wrong, we get punished. We did nothing wrong to start a college football season. The very first weekend of college football, ESPN goes through that with YouTube. That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. That was because we all had to make a business decision when that happened. Do we buy another package that included ESPN? Everybody you had to make a decision, a business decision. Or did you go to your local watering hole and watch the game on Saturday? But what they put us through for college football was wrong. What they are doing with us when they're streaming with baseball is wrong. But we finally found out we get to watch the Cardinals on the MLB network. My thing is this here. For the $20 a month or $100 for the season, is MLB network included with that package? I've looked everywhere for it. Nobody has given me a definitive answer. If the MLB network is included if you buy the Cardinal package. Because I love the MLB network morning show. It is one of the best on the planet. I got the Cardinals making the playoffs as a wild card. That's what I have. Got my Cardinals making the playoffs as a wild card. Now, for my football fans, get in here. NFL fans, let's get in here. Get in here. We got to talk. What we going to do about A.J. Brown? What we going to do about Kyler Hill Murray? What we going to do about Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP? Let's not forget we almost had a kicker as an MVP. That would have just destroyed my life right there. If a kicker ever wins MVP in the football Super Bowl, I'm going to have to take a year off. What are we going to do about A.J. Brown? Because A.J. Brown has a tood, people. What team is willing to put up with that tood and that pregame wardrobe that he wears? Who's putting up with that? Matter of fact, I wish they stopped showing us what the men are wearing to the NBA arena and what the men are wearing on their way to the football game. I don't care about the pregame drip. Nope. Just show us the game. Just get to the point. Just show us. Get to the point. In John Gruden news, guys, he's not coming back to the NFL. John Gruden won his case against the NFL. If you don't, just go back and look at that email that he sent out to get down. I bet when John Gruden goes off on his kids, I bet he just unleashes. But that dude let out a tirade that email he sent Roger Goodell. Oh my! There's no way John Gruden is coming back to the. You ever been in an argument with somebody and you know you said something that things went too far? You went too far. You went way too far. Times 10. That's what John Gruden email was. He said everything in an email you're not supposed to say. I want to know who John Gruden lawyer was. Who was his lawyer that won this case for this? Oh my God. Oh man. John Gruden. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Tyreek Hill. You had more kids than touchdowns. I just don't understand today's athlete. Once they get to a certain peak in their sports career, weird stuff starts happening. The Tyreek Hill situation is just, he left Kansas City to go get more money. He then tells us that Tua is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. Oh my, what's in the water in Miami? What's going on with that whole franchise? Has been toxic since 2007. Since 2007, the Miami Dolphins franchise. I don't know if it was Gloria Estefan getting involved, the Serena Williams sisters getting involved with that team, but that team has been off kilter since 2007. That whole franchise. And now we're not allowed to give teams a report card anymore? Why not? Why not, Roger Goodell? You give the fans one, you give stadium grades, but we can't give NFL teams a report card no more. We can't talk to the officials. We can't tweet about the officials. We can't do a press conference for the officials. When are we allowed to talk to the officials? When? When? Let me know. Let me know when we're allowed to talk to the officials. I would love to get in a question or two. I would love to get in a question or two with the NFL officials. I don't agree the gameplay situation. What's reviewable and not reviewable? If it's not reviewable, how about this, NFL? Don't show us the replay at home then. If it's not reviewable, New York, don't show us the video. How about that? All unreviewable calls, don't show us the replay. Rule number one. Number two, in the playoffs, every year we're making adjustments. When Patrick Mahomes went through that crap, oh, we're going to give both teams the ball again. That was never the overtime rule back in the day. Score, game over with. But they both get the ball, all because of the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. All because of them. All because of them. We got to go back to the situation, people. What is the catch? What is the catch? What is a catch? Major League Baseball, NHL, and the NBA have more transparency with the fans and the officiating than the NFL. Why is the NFL so hush-hush when it comes to us wanting to know what in the heck is going on this play? What's going on here? And then everyone saw this man swing in the Super Bowl. Not one flag came up. Not one flag. No ejection. No, and the ref was right there. Stephon Diggs. I guess we didn't see anything, huh? We didn't see anything. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Moving right along. We're going to keep this thing here going as we try to understand what Adam Silver is going to do in the NBA about this tanking. Tanking in the NBA. I don't know if you've ever been to an NBA game before. When I lived in Charlotte, I went a lot. I went and saw the Charlotte Sting and the Hornets as well. And I saw Dawn Staley play. She was on that squad. That was NBA games are fun. But when you go to an NBA game and you're hoping to see a player that you've never seen play before, you want to see him play, and you go to the game and that guy's on the bench. There's nothing wrong with him. They call it load management now. So can you imagine going from St. Louis to New York to go watch the Knicks play? And three of the top players are sitting out. How would you feel? How is that good for the sport? Adam Silver. How's that good? And you know they're doing this. I thought they addressed this issue. They didn't. Here's what we need to do. Let's go away with the draft. No more NBA draft. Everybody's a free agent. Let's do that. No more All-Star games either, because that was horrific. They didn't even want to turn the lights on so we could see how empty that stadium was. That was Thursday on a Saturday at 4:30. There was nobody there. A little bit of people showed up Sunday. But no, that was no more All-Star game and no more NBA draft. I'm down. No more. I mean, nobody's come out of college no more. There's no more one and done. No, they're getting that money, that NIL. They're going to stay in college right now probably 4 to 6 years. Basketball players now going to stay in 4 to 6 years because the rest that are trying to do a one and done, they're not ready. They're not. That may be right now, maybe 20 players right now in college basketball I think is ready for the NBA. Maybe. I'm going to do my homework this weekend. I'm going to get real involved in this college basketball starting tonight as SWU and VCU play. But this is an action-packed weekend. College basketball, men and women's softball, and the NBA. But I'm keeping my third eye open on this NFL crap that's going on. Because something's not adding up right to me. What's going on with the Arizona Cardinals? In the Chicago Bears stadium situation. Uh-oh. Where's Chicago going, people? They talking about going to Indiana. Uh-oh. Indiana's on the board. Oh, boy. A football team in Indiana. Uh-oh. What happened here? What the? Just had a casualty with one of my platforms in the middle of the show. We'll get back to that later. I don't know what this is all saying here, buddy, but it's saying something happened. Did one of you guys say something crazy? Okay. Hey, Justin, is Facebook down? It's telling me it kicked me off of my Facebook. Okay. It's coming back up now, I think. Well, we'll get back to that. We'll figure that out after the fact. We'll definitely figure that out after the fact. Huh, that's strange. Well, for you folks still watching, I hope you can still see the show. If not, we will repost it after this here is done for sure. Wow. What a difference a week makes, huh? Mardi Gras weather. People are still talking about what happened at Mardi Gras. How many of you lost a phone, an ID, or a human? I've heard some of the craziest stories about what people did after the parade. And it's coming from the people that live in the South City or live downtown that have some of the wildest stories I've ever heard in my life about getting lost. You are from here. Oh, my goodness. It's just, how many of you got in a relationship over Mardi Gras? Huh? How many of you had some Mardi Gras hookups? Who did it? Huh? Was it you? Who did it, chat? Who had a Mardi Gras hookup? Or are you still with that person that you had the Mardi Gras hookup with? Because we got 2 more parades coming up. Downtown St. Patrick's Day Parade, March 14th, and on the Hill, Dogtown, on March 17th. So you got all you parade goers and parade hookup people. You got 2 more chances right there. But that weather for Mardi Gras, look here. If the weather would have been in its 80s, I think people would have lost their mind. I think the rain and the cold weather was the best thing we could ask for right there in the parade. I mean, I had a blast. I had a great time. Outstanding. Again, shout out to Mr. Dan Dawson again. Thank you. And the crew of Float 45. But I love parade season. From the people, the volunteers, the people on these different committees, everything that goes into the parade is just a heck of an experience, but it's a lot of fun. And I love the way our town and city looks on television during parade season. When I was in the military, I went to one parade a year. On Thanksgiving in downtown Waikiki. No, that was Christmas Day. Christmas morning, I would go to the parade every year in downtown Waikiki if I didn't have to work Christmas Day. I think my whole time in the military, I think I only had to work Christmas Day twice on Christmas Day. Well, in the military, you got to work anytime they tell you to. Anytime they tell you to. But it's almost that time, kids. Baseball season. Get your Cardinal gear. What jersey you rocking this year? Have you circled on the calendar which game you going to due to the giveaways they're giving away? That's one thing I can tell you about these Cardinals. Well, baseball across the board. The giveaways have gotten incredibly awesome. The past 15 years, Major League Baseball has been showing out across the board on the giveaways they've been having. Not just here in St. Louis, but throughout baseball. Because on the MLB Network, they show you everything, what everybody's giving away and what date and all that. But, yeah, keep up that good work right there, Cardinals. But I do have my Cardinals going to the wild card playoffs. I'm leaving it at that. I'll leave it right there in the building, right there. But it's almost that time again, kids. Almost that time. And it's almost time for us to figure out the NBA tanking situation. It's getting bad. It's beyond bad to me. It is like the players, they don't care what we think. They're just going to do it. I don't want to play today. You know what? Matter of fact, we're not going to try to win it all. Look at Utah. Utah is tanking to get a number 1 pick. Utah has been trying to do this the past 2 years situation to me. And I think they went at them hard last year and said, hey, why y'all playing so hard? I don't get that. I don't get this. The Chris Paul situation, the LeBron James situation, the tanking in the NBA, all of that needs to be addressed. The Chris Paul situation, I think an NBA team needs to talk to Chris Paul, give him a 10-day contract the last month of the season, and let him get his flowers from NBA. Just to walk away from the game, that's some football player stuff. Just to retire in the middle of the season. I think Chris Paul and NBA fans calling him the point guard would generate more from it if he was able to get a proper farewell to the NBA. Again, I'm not the biggest Chris Paul fan, but what he did for the game I thought was pretty damn good. And I think across the board, the NBA would like to say, hey, thank you for all you did. I think that'd be pretty cool. I like when players get their proper send-off for the particular sport that they played in. Now, when John Elway left, that was a different situation. He left in April. And as he said, he just couldn't physically do it anymore. Now, see, I respect that. But the Chris Paul situation, no. LeBron James, is he going to be a Laker next year or should he go to Cleveland? What if he went back to Miami? And why do you really want – how long do you want LeBron James to play basketball? 25 years? 28? I want him to still be able to bend over in 5 years and sit down without sound exasperated. Because I'm looking at these players that have played 15, 16, 20 years. It doesn't – what will he get out of playing? He's already played with his son. Is he trying to play with the other one? Is the other boy coming to the NBA? I don't know. I want to see how this is going to get handled with the team going to Seattle or a team going to Vegas. Who's going to be the front runner for that? That's the story I want to keep my eye on when it comes to the NBA. The LeBron James and Adam Silver situation moving forward. I want to see how this is going to go with that. On the NFL side, I want to see what more is going to come out of the New York Giants owner who had a little contact with homeboy Epstein. I want to see how that story is going to go. And then we got to keep our third eye open on this Chicago Bears situation. That Bears and this stadium situation. Interesting things are happening in the NFL as we speak. It is Billionaires are going to do what they want to do. Either we can pay attention or just let them do what they're going to do. But an NFL team going to Indiana, I was living in Charlotte when the Panthers came. Listen, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Watching NASCAR fans tailgate at a football game. The first year the Panthers, oh my God, that was some of the funniest tailgating I've ever seen in my life. The men wearing ascots and no socks, loafers, and shorts, drinking wine. Oh my God. I laughed so much the first 2 years the Panthers were in existence in Charlotte. Oh my God. The tailgating people. Oh my God. Nobody was barbecuing. Oh my God. But they've gotten much better down there, the Cackling. But they've come a long way. But watching a particular sport in a town that's new to that sport is hilarious. It's like when NASCAR went to Texas. Oh my God. I swear. It's some things, man, that I should be seeing. It all. Oh my God. Oh, I needed that laugh here on Fist Pump Friday with your boy Dre Montez. Oh my God. What you guys got going on this weekend? House cleaning? Taking the dog to the vet? Going to the barber? Doing laundry? Watching sports? Going on a date? Going out of town? What do you have going on this weekend for yourself? I say college basketball is going to be an overload this weekend. It's going to be overloaded starting tonight, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow's college basketball. I think all day tomorrow. I think we go into 10 o'clock tomorrow night. The last game come on tomorrow, so that's what 11:30. By the time that game's over with, action-packed day. With good folk, good people, I would like to thank you all for tuning in to the show here. Thank you. What happened here? Oh my God. What is going on here? Okay. Guess we gotta figure something out over here. Well, folks, we're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your Friday and enjoy your Fist Pump Friday, rest of your work day. If you're off today, get outside, get some vitamin D. It is beautiful outside. And to the rest of you, thanks for tuning in and listening and joining and liking and sharing and waving and laughing with me. Until next time, Monday, same time, same bat channel. Thanks again for tuning in to CertaPro Painters presents Montez at midday. Until next time, folks, peace, and we out.